Preacher and gospel singer Marvin Sapp is under fire for allegedly holding his congregation hostage until they donated $40,000. The pastor can be seen on camera ordering ushers to close the doors while the congregation pays up. Don't have cash? Well, that's no problem. The church's new Stripe payment system was recently launched to make it easier to donate to the cause.
Don't ask how come, why come the pastor have to have him a nice house? Why come pastor doesn't have a nice car? Don't ask. I said don't ask. I said don't ask. No questions. Just give the money.
Hey, oh shit, no baby, no. We ain't gonna do nothing to the baby. You know what I mean? We want you to be, how many months are you gonna do a gender reveal? You know, hey, no, it's good. Go over there, elevate the feet, keep the ankles together, all right?
Oh, that's such a blessing, man.
I know.
Every time.
Yeah, she carrying it well.
Welcome back. Tonight we got a crazy cow abduction, a rattling chicken surprise, and other creepy videos from all around the world. So kick back, grab your snacks, and let's go.
The mad dog, he's not happy, but listen, it's obvious, isn't it? That's not far away. That can't be 93 million miles away. There's no way that you're seeing rays of light coming down like that. Look at the angle of them. Look how you can triangulate that back to the sun. You can't possibly observe what we're observing here if that's not a local light. That proves the creator. That proves we're not spinning through space at speeds we can't imagine. And that proves that life does have a meaning. We're at the center of the universe. The deceivers can only have the power that we give to them. Look at your reality. Observe it. Ponder the universe and you will find the truth.
Watch this right here and tell me if this doesn't blow your mind. That's a human hair right there. This is the Apple CPU, the little chip that's in your phone or your computer. Yeah, watch it and tell me this is not fallen angel technology. I don't know what to say. Because nobody can make something like this. Not even a laser can shoot down that far and create something like this. Way deep. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. It goes further. Yep. And we hit the bottom, finally. It blows my mind. I can't even fathom it. I can't understand it. But that's exactly what fallen angel technology does. You can't even imagine. You can't imagine it. Can't create it. Yeah.
What you tell them about that story? Yeah. No one believes me.
Before we get into this, somebody let me know who's Ronnie and Max. They're in a music band, I'm guessing. Rock and roll. I don't know. Let me know. Who are these people?
No one believes me. What happened?
It happened. So we wanted to be famous. Right?
I'm 17 years old. Want to be famous. All the time. You tell the other half, but want to be famous. I made a draft of what was soon to be the contract for my soul to be sold to the satanic man, Lucifer.
And he rewrote it like a bunch of times to like make sure.
Rewrote it, blah, blah, blah. And the day came where I cut my finger and signed it in blood.
Signed it in blood.
What happened?
Right?
What happened though?
So as he's in his, we're in my mom's apartment. And
signed it in blood.
I kid you not, dude. I kid you not, man. All of a sudden, the windows, everything, the shades start moving, whatever else. Red light starts shining in. The front door blows open. It's like whirlwind, like surrounds our apartment. And then like, door blows open, windows, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, literally. And all of a sudden, and it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Well, we all know that the music game can be a little crazy. Well, a lot of it crazy. You know, there's got to be a limit to what you want to do for fame, but the number one rule is friends don't let friends summon the devil.
Would you f a sheep if you were another sheep?
You bet your ass I would.
This right here is a Krampus celebration going on in Norway. I'm not trying to ruin Christmas for you. I'm just showing you how other people celebrate Christmas around the world. By the way, credit to that guy right there. So this right here, Krampus, is actually a half demon, some other kind of monster that's supposed to come and punish children. And he comes on behalf and with Saint Nick. This story gets a whole lot stranger and a whole lot darker in 1 second. That second is now. You're probably wondering, what does Krampus do to adults? He comes to put people in the chains of bondage. You can't even make this up. Which brings us to St. Nick. Have y'all ever thought it strange that Santa Claus lives at the North Pole? He sees you when you're sleeping. He sees you when you're awake. He's all-knowing, omnipotent, always there to give someone according to their works. He punishes the children badly with birch rods. And the North Pole, where Santa lives, being omnipotent, they also have the aurora, which the colors mimic that of God's throne. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to make Santa in the likeness of God and an anagram for Satan, just for fun. And the North Pole, home to Rufus Nigra, the great magnetic mountain of the North, also on all the maps before the 1700s. I would even argue more protected than Antarctica itself. Wonder why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
My neighbor right here across the street has one of those Krampus things. I didn't know what that was until I made this reaction. I told my girlfriend the other day, like, he's got like an evil Santa Claus out there, and that's what it is. It's one of those. Right here across the street, y'all. If I could take this webcam off, I'll show you guys. See it from here, from my window.
What is the effect of, say, if you have 3 nights a week where you sleep 8 hours, and then the next night 2 hours, and then the next night 8 hours? How much of a bump or how much of a dip does that 2 hours give you in your overall health?
It's bad.
It's bad.
Today, both you and I have produced cancer cells in our body. What prevents those cancer cells from becoming the disease that we call cancer is in part these natural killer cells. And after 1 night of 4 hours of sleep, that is a remarkable state of immune deficiency. And that's one of the reasons why insufficient sleep predicts cancer. In the spring, when we lose an hour of sleep, we see a subsequent 24% increase in heart attacks.
What?
In the fall, in the autumn, when we gain an hour of sleep, there's a 21% decrease in heart attacks. So it's bidirectional. That's how fragile and vulnerable your body is to even just the smallest perturbation of sleep.
1 hour.
1 hour is
That's
all it takes.
insane.
Geez, one at a time, man. I don't think he understood English pretty well. But if it was me, I would have just stopped, drop, and roll just to be on the safe side.
Like today's the perfect day for a fuck up. I'm fucking up all day today. This fuck up weather. That's what this is.
Friends, you're not going to believe what you're about to see. Yes, that's right. You just saw a cow abduction. This is an incredible piece of footage, and it looks like right here you can see something like a tornado, like a vortex that just swirls and encompasses that cow, pulling it upward, and as it reaches the top of the frame, it balls itself up. It's so crazy. I used a filter, and you could see the beam even more clearly. I think the vortex shows a little better on the original video. You can see it coming down like a really, really faint tornado. But in this filtered video, you can see the difference in color. And that's probably similar to what you would see on a heat camera. You can see that color variation in that beam of light that is beaming this cow up. I don't know what to tell you about that, friends. What do you think?
You know what? I really can't blame them. I mean, inflation is probably high on other planets as well. Take all the cows and chickens you want. Just leave the humans alone.
Born to stay in the hood.
Are you gonna stay in the hood for the rest of your life?
I might.
How you gonna make money?
The government gonna take care of me. All I gotta do is have 8 kids and I'm Gucci. Do you know how much food stamps I could get with 8 kids? The hood is the land of opportunity. I can get a chopped cheese, Chinese food, and Don Julio on the same block.
Ending homelessness in America is estimated to cost about $20 billion to $30 billion per year.
How much would it cost to end hunger in America per year?
Ending hunger in America would cost around $25 billion per year.
How much would it cost to send every college student to college for free per year?
Providing free college for every student in America would cost approximately $80 billion to $100 billion per year.
How much has the U.S. sent the Ukraine since the war started?
Since the war began in February 2022, the U.S. has sent over $75 billion in assistance to Ukraine.
So you're telling me we could end homelessness, end hunger, and send everybody to college for free for around the same amount of money that we spent in the Ukraine war since it started?
Yes, that's correct. The combined costs to end homelessness, end hunger, and provide free college education in America could be roughly comparable to the over $75 billion the U.S. has sent to Ukraine.
On February 20th of 2025, a mother records her child's balloon after seeing it do something that terrified her immensely. She films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera. For some reason, the balloon comes to a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon always ends up at the basement entrance, and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside. Unlike other instances where the balloon just suddenly stops near the entrance, here it goes all the way in, and it's only when Rachel's son begins to pursue it that it does this. Now it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon to move towards the basement, but to have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar, despite being left open occasionally, is a bit strange.
Now I've heard of Tickle Me Elmo, but never Follow Me Elmo. I guess if you can't afford better help, then the next best thing is emotional support balloon.
If you're having a bad day, just remember, there's somebody out there pulling a door that says push. Dumbasses.
How many of these things we suffer from today are physician-caused diseases? And then we pay them to fix the disease they cause. It's like you go to a guy to change your oil, and he takes your brake pads off. You say, man, my brakes are squeaking. They're not very good. You go back and you go, I got to replace your brake pads. That's what doctors do. You see, because they game the system. Remember the Senate committee came out a couple of months ago and said doctors are gaming the system now? They do it every day to every one of you. So you got to stop using them, except for emergencies. You're unconscious. Even in your sleep, your prayer should be, I hope the doctor is sober when I get there. But other than an emergency, if you've been run over by a truck or fall off a roof, do not go to a doctor. Take care of yourself first. Ask grandma. Okay? Do not go to them for every little thing.
In a shocking move, South Korea's president declared martial law, claiming rival lawmakers are subverting parliament and sympathizing with communist North Korea. The late-night move triggered chaos on the streets as hordes of angry citizens clashed with riot police. Under martial law, parliament and other political gatherings were suspended under penalty of arrest without a warrant. Despite that, the National Assembly met and voted unanimously to lift the order. South Korea's military announced martial law would remain in place until it is lifted by the president himself. President Yoon has said he would lift the order as soon as he could convene his cabinet.
He has reacted to Russell Brand officially being charged after it came out all over the press. Russell Brand was charged on April 4th, 2025, with several serious things following an investigation. These relate to allegations from 4 different women regarding incidents purported to have occurred between 1999 and 2005 in locations including Bournemouth and Westminster. In the midst of all of this, it seems like even Katy Perry has thrown shade shade on the whole thing. On April 4th, just hours after all of this came out in the press, Katie made a comment on Instagram which many people thought was about Russell. She made a comment underneath a quote which said, "The truth always comes out." In her comment underneath this quote, she said, "Always honey." Now, she could have been talking about anything or anyone, but because of the timing of this, everyone has come to the conclusion that it's likely about Russell, and it could be her way of letting everyone know she is not on his side in all of this. Fans online are speaking out on this. One fan said, "Absolutely awful if true. I used to find Russell Brand funny ages ago, but hearing about these charges going back so far, it just turns your stomach. How many people might have been hurt or ignored over the years?" Another fan said, "It's important to remember Russell has denied everything from the start, and the justice system needs to run its course fairly before everyone jumps to conclusions based on media reports and documentaries." And finally, one more fan said, "Whoa, this is wild. I grew up watching Russell's chaotic energy on stage, but these things are super serious. Not gonna lie, I'm conflicted. Let's wait for the trial though. Innocent until proven guilty still matters, right? Hope the truth comes out either way." For this video's comment question, are you on Russell's side with this? Before you go, be sure to give this...
I always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, we're just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free, and we will be continuing to discuss this matter. Praise the Lord.
On December 21st of 2024, a mother named Anisha posted a video that her son recorded while the whole family was asleep. The reason he recorded this video was to capture the elf on the shelf toy moving when no one was awake. He's 4 years old and believes that the elf actually comes alive and does all sorts of mischievous things around the house. Many young kids believe this, as it's become a trend for parents to mess up their house and tell their kids that the elf did it. However, Anisha's son really wanted to see the elf do its thing, so he places a camera directly across the elf toy and films it overnight. The next day, he checks the footage and sees something that scares the living daylights out of him. He immediately shows his mom, and she too gets freaked out by the footage. This is what they saw.
Can I pour some in my top?
Thinking that her son actually recorded the elf moving, she watches closely, but what appears instead is something way more terrifying. Like a scene out of a horror movie, the silhouette of a child appears briefly on camera before disappearing in a flash. The child doesn't move, yet somehow disappears without moving an inch. But by far, the creepiest thing about this is the appearance of the child. Many have noted that they look extremely thin. Some have even gone as far as to say that it looks like a corpse. While this detail doesn't really help in figuring out who this was, it does make the figure creepier. Doubtless, Anisha believes that a child spirit was caught on camera, and like her son, she believes that they wanted to see the elf come alive. But just like the child, it doesn't move. To this day, this video continues to baffle Anisha.
Well, she never showed what her son looks like, so for all we know, that could have been him on the way back from the bathroom looking at the elf. But from what I can see, he does look a little bit too old to still believe in elves.
I don't care who knows it.
Buddy, not now.
I didn't know you had elves working here.
lunares.
Y ese de acá atrás, lo miro bien.
Acá es el más grande.
Ay, mira todo esto, güey. Oiga, se siente, no lo voy a negar que se siente, ¿verdad? Como, o sea, como se ve demasiado peludo. Hasta acá le toca con la cabeza, ¿cierto?
Pero el pelo él no crece más,
o sea,
él permanece así. Por eso la gente piensa que yo soy algo poco común.
¿Y esto tiene alguna cura? ¿Qué se puede hacer para esto?
No, eso no tiene nada que ver con...
Well, my man's got a built-in heating pad, but if I was him, I'd be charging real money to touch it. Angels got bills too.
Buenos días.
What does the American government think is going to happen if rent prices continue to increase and our salaries are not increasing with it? Genuinely, what do they think is going to happen?
In my opinion, the government knows exactly what's going to happen, and it's all by design. As more and more people are unable to afford rent, unable to afford bills, one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to A, become homeless, or B, commit a crime to get by. And that's exactly what they want. In most states in this country, it's illegal to be homeless. You can't just be out on the street homeless. You have to be in a shelter, but shelters are at like the maximum capacity everywhere right now. We all know that committing a crime is obviously illegal and you go to jail, and that's what they want. They want you to be in jail. And I know you might be thinking, like, what the hell sense does that make? They use slave labor in prisons across this entire country, makes billions of dollars a year for all different industries across this country, okay? And those same corporations are the ones that determine what items are in the store for you to buy, how much you pay for them, how much you're making from your job, the housing market, how much you're paying on average for rent. They control everything, including the politicians that they lobby to get into office. They said that right now there are about 1 million homeless and unhoused people in America. There are 15.1 million vacant homes. Does that sound like we should have a homeless problem? No, it doesn't. They said it'll cost $20 billion to fix the homeless problem in this country. We just gave $17.1 billion to Israel since October. That's your tax money. If we can't see by now that the government is raw dogging the fuck out of all of us, I mean, we ain't never gonna get it, bro.
And sit down. I just heard something rather damn disturbing. Seems to me, no, it ain't no seems to me, dead ass serious. You can look it up. A certain food establishment that all of us used to eat at. And they got a big ass yellow letter M on their sign. We're gonna leave it at that. I just found out the most disturbing shit about them people. They have contracts with so many local hospitals. My thing is, why? They damn sure don't feed you that when you in there. I done been in there. I done had kids. I had 5 girls. I ain't never had a Big Mac or a damn double cheeseburger for lunch. So why do y'all have contracts with all these hospitals? I'll tell you why. Unlimited supply. Unlimited supply.
What part of the fucking chicken is this? Dude, this is a...
That look like Mickey Mouse's, bro. Okay, y'all, I'm seeing too many cases of this rat fried chicken. What's going on, Popeyes? Man,
Okay, so tell me why I ordered some chicken and got home and they fried
We don't know if it's a rat, but it looked like a rat, right? It definitely looked like a rat.
I know you lying.
What the hell?
Yo.
So I'm enjoying my food, right? I got this piece of chicken here. I ate like 1, and I got the 3-piece tenders, right? What the fuck is this?
That look like a gutted out rat.
Can somebody tell me what the fuck does this shit look like?
A gutted rat.
On some real shit, like what? On some real shit, like what?
Now that definitely looks like a rat.
It's a rat.
She said it's a rat. He said it's a rat. It looks like a rat. Allegedly, Popeyes is frying rats, right? This is what we're seeing, right?
This Raising Cane's, but I'm gonna show you
now,
how you get rat
this
fried
Raising
chicken.
Cane's, like I said. Now, this is a worker. He worked at Popeyes. I forgot exactly where this was, but he exposed the fact that Popeyes does have rats. Now, is this in all Popeyes? Allegedly, it is, right? Because these people are from multiple different places, right? He letting y'all know that's chicken on the floor right there, flour on the floor, right? They just be swarming all around.
Y'all still love that chicken from Popeyes. Some of y'all probably eating Popeyes right now. This is multiple different cases, okay? In multiple different places.
Okay, new rule. Please check your food, wash it off, and pray over it before you eat it. You never know what's lurking behind those doors.
Things humans shouldn't have seen.
How many animals humans eat every year? Sea urchins, camels. I didn't even know camels were edible. Horses. We ride though. Cats. Who's eating kids? Tilapia. I eat that all the time. Snails. I love a seafood. Dogs. How is dogs even up there? Guinea pigs. Shark. I can see. You know what I mean? Get them out. Cows. Oh my God. 300 million cows. 500 million lambs. Lobster. Oh my God, that's probably me. I probably eat all that lobster. Turkey, salmon, I get it. Tuna, 900 million? I've never even seen people like rabbit like that. Octopus, I guess 2 billion? 2 billion oysters. 2 billion. Yo, wow. This is a year. Shrimp, I understand. I love shrimp. Sardines, I eat sardines too. 75 billion.
Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of the animals on this list were not meant to be eaten, but the way my brain works, I ask myself which one of these would probably be the most intelligent. And then immediately right after, I would ask myself if they were veggies, which one would be the most intelligent.
You know, you can't fall down the stairs if you're already at the bottom. Oh my God, my bones, my bones!
Alright, that's it for the disturbing, creepy videos that kept me up last night, and as you can see from the bags under my eyes, I didn't get a lick of it. But if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button for me, comment on your favorite clips, and join the space crew, because we rocking. Good night.